There's a shit ton of movies this weekend, so let's just get right into it. April 12th, 2019 is the weekend, and we're gonna get started right away with After. After watching the trailer, I'm not interested at all. It looks like 50 Shades of Grey, but just the college version. Don't see enough drama in there. The guy is the mystery hot guy who the girl shouldn't be with, but ends up being with anyways. It's not even as interesting as 50 Shades of Grey because you don't have the S&M angle in here. I don't know what makes this guy interesting other than the fact that he's pretty good looking, I guess. He has some sort of violent past. He likes to destroy things, and which he will then use to destroy the girl's life. I am pretty sure that's what will happen. Not interested. Looks terrible. If you're gonna watch this, might as well just watch 50 Shades of Grey again. Hellboy, man, it's been a long time coming, this movie. I mean, I was a big fan of Guillermo's Hellboy back in the day, and I was really bummed that when that movie didn't do very well. Never really figured out why. Maybe it was because it was just too weird, eh? But this new one starring David Harbour looks pretty good. The trailer looks pretty cool. Mila Djokovic is in there playing the villain. She plays the Blood Queen, not the greatest most original name, but this movie explores the origins of Hellboy and how he became a soldier for the human race, I guess. And then Mila comes to Earth, or this realm war, I think, and then wants to destroy everything, of course, enslave humanity, as it were. And she questions Hellboy's reason for fighting for the wrong side, and then that is the key to the drama, whether Hellboy will continue to fight for the race that pretty much made him a weapon, or turn to the dark side, which we know he won't because he is a hero. Comedy is in there as well. Nice banter in the trailer between him and Daniel Day Kim. Good to see him back. Overall, though, story doesn't seem that interesting. Seems to be just a formula-driven origin story. Villain motive doesn't seem interesting as well. Visually, looks good. Rated R, I think. Rated R. So I think that will set it apart for sure. Like having a rated R will be exciting for many people. Overall, I think this movie is lacking in a lot of originality, and I don't think it's gonna be that good. Little, so super bitch boss lady here gets cursed by a child wizard, witch, I guess. And then she wakes up being, I think 12 years old or 13, I think 12. And her assistant, the main character, needs to then take care of her in terms of enrolling her in school and taking care of the company while she is still in child form. Yeah, guys, not really liking this one. Looks more formulaic than Hellboy. It just looks, man, there's no originality to this whatsoever. If you're gonna make it culturally relevant, at least show me something like how can a cast of black actors tell a black story with this formula. I'm interested in that. That'd be pretty cool. But it just looks like a normal white movie with black people in it. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it's not original. This movie brings nothing new to the table, and this is a solid pass. Missing Link. Now, a lot of people are pretty excited about this one. It's by Leica, so it's the company that did Kubo and the Two Strings. So everyone loved that movie, with its stop animation style, its take on Oriental culture. Like, is that racist? I don't know. Like Japanese Far East culture, as it is. This new affair is about Hugh Jackman's character voices Sir Lionel Frost, who helps this guy, Susan, find Shangri-La, where he thinks his cousins, the Yetis, are staying, and he wants to reunite with his family, and they go on a adventure. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. I think it looks pretty interesting. Story seems to be very sprawly, adventure-y, which is fine. One of the concerns I have is that I don't really know much about Hugh Jackman's character, Sir Lionel Frost, right? So I don't think he is the main character. Now, if the main character is I don't want to call him the monster. I'm just calling him Susan because that's what the name is, voiced by Galifianakis. If he is the main character, then I think that's okay. But the dynamic is between Frost and Susan, like this dynamic. I'm not seeing enough drama in there. Like he just agrees to help him go find his family for none of his own reasons. And that's not very good. I don't know what the drama is going to be then, right? Does this adventurer want some selfish reasons later? Like, is that not in the trailer or something? Like, I don't know what that is. If it's just like a feel good, I'm gonna help you no matter what because I'm just a good guy, then this movie's gonna be super boring. One of the criticisms of Kubo was that the story was weak and it kind of fell apart in the end, and this movie seems to suffer from the same fate. So we see the writer director of The Missing Link, Chris Butler, is also the writer for Kubo and the Two Strings, right? So we look at here, yeah, he wrote Kubo and the Two Strings. He also wrote Paranorman, which I think I've heard good things. I've never seen, right? And he also directed that movie as well. So he only wrote Kubo and the Two Strings, which I said was, had problems. So I'm not feeling great about this guy writing Missing Link. I think it'll suffer from the same problems as Kubo, and I think it's not going to be as good as Kubo because of the art style. I don't think it's going to be as interesting as Kubo, and I'm regrettably going to pass on this one as well. Dogman. You guys know that I hate film festivals and awards and stuff, so I don't really care about them. But Cannes is always a good one. Cannes, I think they're still pretty pure in the sense that they pick good movies, more or less. They err on the arty side, and which is fine. That's their style. And Dogman is something that came out of Cannes with great praise. I heard a little bit about it, and after watching the trailer, I'm excited about it. Dog groomer who gets involved in, I don't want to say the mafia, but like some bad people, and he needs to find a way out of this life, and the only way out is to go deeper in. Standard story in that respect. I like the world. I like where it's set. It's set in this poor, rundown, small town in Italy, and all the characters have a lot of personality. The art style and the set dressings look great. I'm really interested in the environment. I really feel like this movie uses the environment well. Marcello Fonte got tons of praise from Cannes, won the Best Actor award, so I think his performance is definitely worth watching. Excited about this one. I'm gonna definitely check it out. Don't know if it is a feeler watch. It is short, an hour 43. That's nice to see. So if you can find it, if you're interested in this movie, I think it's a safe watch in feelers. Girls of the Sun, Les Filles du Soleil. So this is a real life adaptation of a bunch of sex slaves taking their revenge on their captors. Don't know much about the real event. Don't actually know where it actually happens. A Kurdish female. Okay, all right. So I don't actually know much about Kurdish people. I don't really know where it's set. I don't know what war it is. I don't know anything about it. Regrettably, I'm not that interested based on the concept. But after watching the trailer, it does look pretty cool. Like the action and female empowerment is fine. I think it looks great. Only problem is that these characters lack character. Like these women, they're just out for revenge, and there's no sort of drama like, oh, are we doing the right thing? Should we be doing this? Is this good? Are we just, being terrorists ourselves at this point? Like, is this justice, etc.? None of these like drama questions are usually asked with this type of concept. So I think it's just gonna be a bunch of women shooting up dudes. Which is okay, but I think it's not, overall, that'll get boring real fast. Her smell. I love myself some Elizabeth Moss ever since the Mad Men days. She's great. I even watched tons of Handmaid's Tale, despite the fact that show I think sucks, but she's in it, so I watched it. This movie looks not good. I think this is just her, Elizabeth Moss, letting loose, on camera. Just like, I want to do drugs. I want to have a lesbian relationship. I want to like just be drunk all the time. I want to like rock and roll. I want to throw stuff. I want to smash stuff. Make it happen. And I think that's what this movie fulfills for her. Good cast though. Other than Moss, we have Dan Stevens, and then I think Amber Heard is in here as well. There she is. Yeah, concept is whatever. It's not even, I don't think it's based on anyone in particular. It might be might be a metaphor for someone we know, like a real life rock and roll person. But and the music as well sounds average. I only heard one song repeated over and over again, so I don't think music is a draw. Tough one for sure, regrettably. And 2 hours 14 minutes, guys. Come on, that's way too long for something like this. It should be under like 100 minutes for sure with this concept. It's no real story, right? So I don't even know what the story is. I don't know if she's coming back, if she's on her last rope, if she owes money, if she whatever. Like I don't know what the main story is either. I only see Elizabeth Moss being an idiot and being self-destructive. I can't watch that for 2 hours and 14 minutes. Long day's journey into night, guys. So being a Chinese movie, you would think I'd be all about this movie, and I have watched this movie actually because it came out last year in China. Too much, I'm gonna say, mixed reviews slash this movie sucks. It was really hyped up actually because it was like, oh, about Armageddon. It's about the end of the world, and it has Tang Wei, who was in Lust Caution, and she's a big star here in China. I can't even say anything good about this movie, man, other than the fact that the director is a big fan of Wong Kar-wai and tries to mimic his style frame by frame. So I guess that's like a thing. Oh man, 91 on Metacritic. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. What is this? It's ridiculous. Don't watch the movie, guys. Don't even think about it. It's a terrible experience. 2 hours, 13 minutes. It'll be the longest 2 hours, 13 minutes of your life. I guarantee it. Mary Magdalene, guys. I mean, I was a terrible student. I don't even know who Mary Magdalene is. I have no idea. So the summary of IMDb is the story of Mary Magdalene. Doesn't help me. I don't know who this person is at all. It's definitely a religious movie. I mean, it's a Christian movie, or it's about Christianity, I think, or about Catholicism. I'm sorry, guys. No idea. Okay, all right. Okay. Rooney Mara, I like her a lot. Joaquin's in here. Ejiofor is in here. Yeah, solid cast. Because I don't know who Mary Magdalene is, and the trailer didn't show me who she really was. I don't know, like, what she's like. Is she want to be a Christian? Like, does she want to get baptized? Does she want to save the world or something? I think that's what her deal is, right? And then she has this relationship with Joaquin Phoenix, who plays Jesus. All right, hang on, just bear with me, guys. We're gonna go on a history lesson right here. Man, follower of Jesus. Okay, all right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. Sometimes called Magdalene, was a Jewish woman according to the four Canonical Gospels, traveled with Jesus as one of his followers and was a witness to his crucifixion, burial, and resurrection. Okay, she's named 12 times in the Canonical Gospels, more than most apostles. Mary Epitaph Magdalene most likely means she came from the town of Magdala, a fishing town on the western shore of Sea of Galilee. So, all right. So I don't know. Okay, that doesn't really tell me much about anything else. Okay, all right. So I'm not really this movie. This looks. I don't even know. I have no idea. Like from the trailer, from Wikipedia, I have no idea who this person is. I don't know why her story is important. So if you guys know, tell me. Master Z, Ip Man Legacy. This is actually pretty cool because this is actually a sequel of Ip Man 3, starring I want to say the bad guy. He's not the bad guy because Mike Tyson is the bad guy of Ip Man 3, but starring the rival of Ip Man from the last movie, and he's the star of this movie. And we see what happens when after he lost the duel with Ip Man, and how he needs to rediscover his passion of martial arts. Nice concept, I do have to say. Nice bold concept there, going with this actor / characters. And Michelle Yeoh is in here, David Bautista, Tony Jaa. Big cast, I do have to say. Action looks great, looks very, 90s, early 2000s Hong Kong style, which is cool. I think the action is going to be fine. This guy looks pretty cool. Michelle Yeoh looks great. As always, David Bautista at playing the stereotypical muscle bound American who fights against a much more agile Chinese person is something we've seen many times before. We saw in the last movie with Mike Tyson. It's fine. I would have liked them to go with a different style of fighting. They have Tony Jaa in here, who's obviously a Thai kickboxer, But we also had that in the last movie, guys. Like the last movie was also, I think, a Thai kickboxer as a secondary antagonist. So, man, it's just I think this is a rehash. I think it's just nothing new here except for Michelle Yeoh, and the lead being different. So, not really liking this actually. I was pretty excited when I first saw it, but after thinking about it, I don't think it's very good. Stockholm. Ethan Hawke is back and he's gonna rob some banks, or just one bank. Adaptation of the real life 1973 bank heist in Stockholm, Sweden, where an American took a bunch of people hostage. Ethan Hawke plays the bank robber, supported by Mark Strong, romantic lead played by Noomi Rapace, who I think is actually quite popular these days, especially in Europe. Yeah, Swedish actor. I've seen her in, that's right, Dragon Tattoo. That's right. That's where I've seen her, guys. That's where I've seen her. That's right. Also in Prometheus. That's right. She was also in that. Good cast. I would have to say the story actually looks pretty good. Because Ethan Hawke's character is eclectic and eccentric, and he's not the typical bank robber, which is a nice contrast with the subject matter. Lots of comedy moments in the trailer, so I'm excited about that. And the drama part of the story is the contrast between Ethan Hawke's noble character as a bank robber contrasted with the corruption of the Stockholm/Swedish police. Really nice, really good angle, really good drama engine there. It's called Stockholm because it's about the relationship between a hostage and its captor. So it's about the relationship between the female captive and Ethan Hawke, the robber. And that romance is the heart of the movie. So this movie has it all, guys. It has a good plot with the bank robbery. It has comedy, which is a nice contrast with the action and high stakes of the bank robbery. It has the Swedish police corruption contrasted, juxtaposed with the nobility of Ethan Hawke's bank robbing character. And it has a Stockholm syndrome as the heart of the relationship. It has everything, guys. I mean, this movie I don't think it has any problems. It looks great. It looks super fun. I'm really excited about this. Definitely going to give it a watch for sure. If you're going to watch one movie, it's probably going to be this. Last one, Teen Spirit. Elle Fanning back at it in a story about the rise of a female pop star who goes through a competition to become famous. She's actually a pretty good singer. I've actually heard some of her songs. She's actually pretty good. And she performs, I think, a lot of the music in this movie, and it sounds pretty good. Trailer looks pretty good in terms of the performance of the music. The only problem with this movie is I'm not seeing enough there, guys. I'm not seeing enough drama. I'm not seeing enough content. Like, the drama's like, oh, we want to sign you. You have to leave your family. You have to leave your old manager. You have to come with us and sell your soul, and we'll make you famous. Like, yeah, it's in there, but that's done before. That doesn't make it any different. Like, what's the originality? Like, what's the original spin on this concept? I don't see it at all. The singing competition looks to be just a generic singing competition. It's not a real competition. I'm sure it'll go into a little bit about how things really work in this world, which might be interesting, but I don't really even think that's the concept they're going for. I think the concept is really based around Elle Fanning's character and her decision with staying with her old manager and her family, or signing with a label and then essentially selling her soul for fame. Like, that's the drama that I think they're pushing in this movie. That's what I get from the trailer, and if that is the drama engine of the movie, that I don't think is very good. The only thing that's good about this is Elle Fanning's performance in the music set pieces. Alright, guys, so weekend of April 12th, 2019, the pick is Stockholm. I'm loving this movie, guys. This movie looks awesome. It has everything. Ethan Hawke is hilarious. Nice relationship and use of words with the Stockholm syndrome. Nice contrast between the corruption of Swedish police and the thief's nobility. Love that. Nice tight 92-minute runtime. Once you get in there before credits, it's going to be 88, 89 minutes. Super clean, super polished. This movie's going to purr, guys. I know it. This movie is going to be a roller coaster ride full of laughs and action and drama, and I can't wait to watch this, guys. So this is my pick. What do you think? You hate it? You love it? whatever you watch or don't watch, for whatever reason, let me know. Comments below, guys, and I will see you next week.